We now come to two-thirds of the way through the senior road tax heats here at the B&L Karting Series. It's Heat 4, Groups B versus C. Here is your starting grid. Kaz Boshuis and Tobias Billy Clausen will be on the front row. Row 2, Belgium's Vincent van Kerkhoff, he'll be joined by the UK's Kai Hunter on row 2. Benjamin de Mant from Denmark and Montego Masson from Germany ran at row 3. It's an all-Dutch row 4 with Jaden Teen and Luke Neeson. It's an all-French row 5, thereby completing the top 10, courtesy of Paul Fouquemin and Jules Roussel. Tommy van der Stroys and Puck Gowels are on row 6, ahead of Lawrence Herboz and Sam Bergstein, who complete row 7. Jod van Wijk, Jake Bezelbeck, Scott Westhovens, Ralph van der Pevert, Karol Kaminski, and Gussie van Gorp round out the 20-strong grid. And once again, for the fourth time out of 6 today, it's 7 minutes plus an additional lap on the timer. So, will we have 2 drivers having taken 2 heat wins so far today? Kai Hilitz has already picked up 2. Kai Hunter, on the outside of row 2, has a very good chance. We saw his performance back at Ostricourt in the middle of August, where even with a drama where he dropped to 8th in the final on day 2, he still came back firing and romped away with it into the distance. It's like he was trying to catch an early Euro tunnel back to the UK that weekend. Drivers weaving from side to side between turns 9 and 10, with Kaz Boshuis in the CRG, Tobias Billy Clausen on the OTK, the Tony Kart chassis running under Robert Schlunzen's team, RS Competition, based out of Vojens in Denmark. And then GKS Lemons Power, represented by Vincent van Kerkhoff, and Dan Holland Racing's very own Kai Hunter, rounding out the top 4. Also keep your eyes on Jaden Teen. He finished in the top 3 in his opening heat this weekend. So the young man from the Netherlands will be one to factor in. He's really found a resurgence having joined DHR. So Boshuis and Clausen on the front row. Drivers at a crawl as they now make their way towards the 12th and final corner. Into the tram lines. Revs rise. Are we ready? Lights are out first time. And straight away, the field fans out. And Hunter trying to get round the outside of Tobias Billy Clausen, who goes up the inside of Kaz Boshuis through turn 3 to try and take the race lead. But the Dane unable to make it stick. He's got Hunter and Jaden Teen. Jaden Teen with a rocket ship start for, oh, well, someone's had a big old off. And that's off of turn number 6. Driver out of the car. Oh, please don't tell me that's Ralph van der Pavert in the 368. But driver, oh, that is Ralph. I spot the race suit. I think it might be him. Down to 19 we go already within the first 45 seconds. But now Hunter up the inside of Billy Clausen. Tobias Billy Clausen for second. Jaden Teen tried to get through at the same corner, but now we'll look for turn 2. And the 380 gets past the Dane for third place. Now, Kaz Boshuis has got to make the back axle of that CRG as wide as humanly possible. Going into turn 6, Hunter looking for the move, and it is Ralph van der Pavert. I kind of thought it might have been. A little bit further back, Paul Fouquemin battling away with the likes of Luke Neeson. It's towards the bottom part of the top 10. Jod van Wijk involved. But look at the train. And it's a freight train, because it's now being led by Kai Hunter. It's a Dan Holland Racing 1-2 at the sharp end of the field. Hunter leads Teen, leads Boshuis, leads Clausen, leads van Kerkhoff. Van der Stroys has made sure that he was not going to stay in 11th position for much longer. He now goes and slipstreams past towards the inside of Vincent van Kerkhoven, and he gets through. Montego Masson, has he got through? Yes, he has. Van Kerkhoven has to use a little bit of the runoff area. Keeps ahead of the 394 from Germany through turn number 3 and on the run to 4. And now, again, Vincent van Kerkhoven has got someone up the inside through into turn number 6. Never an easy day when you've got 3 heats to compete in. I know for a fact these drivers would rather have a pre-final and a final, but Van der Stroy's up the inside. Gets through on Boshuis, and that means the young, tall, flying Dutchman, the 354, now rockets his way from 11th to 4th before the end of lap number 3. But Hunter still leads. Teen, Clausen, now Van der Stroy's. Boshuis down to 5th. Maassen, Jort van Wijk up to 6th and 7th ahead of Vincent van Kerkhoven. Luc Nielsen, Paul Forquemin and Jules Roussel round out the top 11. Not such a big progression for Gustav van Gorp at the moment. She's currently up into 17th place. Now Boshuis gets passed by Montego Masson into turn 6. That's the change for 5th. Now through into the exit of turn 8, into the left-hand hairpin here at turn number 9. Down the short chute into the sweeping right here at Cafe Corner, just off of the main grandstand. And there is the 333, Jort van Wijk, who kept it pinned round the outside of turn number 10 on Vincent van Kerkhoven. He's got Luc Nielsen breathing down the back of his race overalls. Hunter leads by just under 2.5 tenths of a second. New fastest lap, and now into third springs Tommy van der Stroy's, the 354. Won the title as a Micromax driver. And Martin, I know you're here. I know you'll remember this when I nicknamed him Mr. Domination in 2019, and then from 10th in the field yet last year. At this point last season, Van der Stroy's came from absolutely nowhere, from the bottom of the top 10, and won the title with one race to go, or on the last race of the season. That's how close it can be here in the BNL Karting Series. 2.5 minutes to go. Hunter still leads. Teen still holding station in second. Very smart driving from the 2 at DHR. Jaden Teen knows that Kai Hunter is gunning for the title. Even though the fact that Jaden Teen will have his own battles to deal with over the course of the weekend. Jaden Teen is currently 9th. He's battling with the likes of, I mean, you look at this, from Austin Lee down to Dion van Verven, there is a spread of 92 points. Jaden Teen is 455, so he is gunning for a top 5 finish in the championship standings. And that's at the very least. I think at the end of the day, Jaden Teen might be a little bit too far back, but you never know. Coming up to just over 90 seconds to go on the timer. Lap number 6 completed. Hunter, Teen, look over the right-hand shoulders. Van der Stroy keeps his head down and sets the new fastest lap. Right then. I know somebody's going to be biting their fingernails to the quick. Martin van der Stroy. 54.811 was the fastest lap of the race. Van der Stroy just did that. Gap between the top 3. Oh, was that another noisy exhaust I think I just heard, possibly? Not too sure, but I'll wait to hear as they will come out of turn 9 and down into turn 10. The gap between the top 3 after 6 laps, 7 tenths. That looks to be closing the way that Van der Stroy is really picking up the pace. Really going all guns blazing. So, 35 seconds on the timer. 2 more laps to go. Top 3 were covered by 7 tenths. It's now just over 5.5. And a new fastest lap, this time not from Van der Stroy. No. Luc Nielsen in 8th has just put down a benchmark of a 54.676. But with half a lap, 1.5 laps still to go, anything still to play for? Will Hunter hold on to that race lead? Will Jaden Teen decide to throw caution to the wind and go for a move, or will he play rear gunner in front of Tommy van der Stroys? Hunter needs to be at the sharp end of the field, even though if he picks up 3 wins, he will be second in the ranking after heats behind Kai Gillerts, who put it on pole. Last lap out for this race. 0.468 separate the top 3. But Van der Stroys was still fractionally quicker than both Hunter. Well, Hunter by over a tenth. Jaden Teen by about 9 1/1000ths of a second. 19 drivers still circulating as our leaders make their way into turn 7 off of the Europlan for the final time. Van der Stroys still trying to close that gap to Jaden Teen. The race victory for the 354 from The Hague in the Netherlands might be out of reach, but can he put a surprise on Jaden Teen in the last couple of quarters? The run to turn 12 begins now out of turn 11. One more corner remains. 2 wins for Kai Hunter, who joins Kai Gillerts. So Hunter doing a standout, sterling job from 4th on the grid to win the race by 3/10. Jaden Teen in 2nd. Van der Stroys from 11th to 3rd. Well done, Tommy. Great job there. Tobias Billy Clausen started on the outside of row number 1. Finished 4th ahead of Montego Masson, who started 6th. Vincent van Kouwhoven started 3rd, would end up 6th at the end of that one. Luc Neeson, Jules Roussel, Paul Forquemin, Lawrence Herbos, they ran out the top 10. Kaz Boshouse, Benjamin Demant, Gustav van Gorp finishes in 13th, having started last. Ahead of Puck Gubble, Sam Bergstein, Scott Westhoven's Jot van Wijk, Jake Bezelbeck and Karol Kaminski, rounding out the 19 that finished, unfortunately, due to an incident on the opening lap. Ralph van der Pavert not making it to the end of lap 1.